Vitamin D, often referred to as the sunshine vitamin, is a unique and essential nutrient that plays a crucial role in maintaining our overall health and well-being. It is much more than just a vitamin. It behaves more like a hormone, influencing a wide range of body processes, from strengthening bones to supporting the immune system. Yet, despite its importance, vitamin D deficiency is common, affecting millions of people around the world, sometimes without any obvious signs until significant health problems emerge. Understanding why vitamin D is vital, how our bodies obtain it, and what happens when we don't have enough can pave the way toward better health for ourselves and those we care about. Before we go further, your engagement means so much to us. By subscribing and liking, you're not just staying informed, you're helping to spread valuable health knowledge to others in our community. Together, we can create a positive space where everyone has the tools and encouragement to make healthier choices. Thank you for being an essential part of this journey. Your continued support inspires us to bring more helpful content dedicated to your well-being and a healthier future for all. Now back to the video. Vitamin D stands apart from most nutrients because our bodies can produce it naturally when our skin is exposed to sunlight, specifically ultraviolet B UVB rays. This capacity has earned it the nickname the sunshine vitamin. When sunlight hits the skin, it sets off a chemical reaction, converting a cholesterol derivative in our cells into vitamin D. However, this process isn't foolproof. Factors such as skin tone, age, where you live, the time of year, the use of sunscreen, and time spent indoors can all affect how much vitamin D your skin makes. For instance, people living further from the equator, those with darker skin, or older adults often produce less vitamin D from sunlight, increasing their risk of deficiency. Besides its unique synthesis route, vitamin D's importance lies in its wide variety of functions. The most well-known role is in bone health. Vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium from the foods we eat, ensuring that our bones stay strong and our teeth healthy. Without enough vitamin D, bones can become thin, brittle, and prone to fractures, a condition known as osteoporosis in adults and rickets in children. In rickets, bones fail to develop properly, leading to deformities and impaired growth. Fortunately, these conditions are largely preventable with proper vitamin D levels. But vitamin D's impact goes beyond bones. It is a powerful regulator of the immune system, helping our bodies defend against infections. Researchers have found links between low vitamin D levels and increased rates of illnesses such as colds and flu, especially in winter when sun exposure declines. Vitamin D also plays a role in controlling inflammation and supporting the function of immune cells that protect against viruses and bacteria. Moreover, scientists continue to discover new connections between vitamin D and other health outcomes. Research suggests that sufficient vitamin D may protect against chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, certain cancers, and autoimmune disorders like multiple sclerosis. While the precise mechanisms are still being explored, it's clear that vitamin D has a far-reaching influence on our health. Given its importance, ensuring adequate vitamin D is essential, yet not always straightforward. While the body makes it through sun exposure, this source isn't always reliable. For example, during the winter months, the sun's angle is too low in many regions for UVB rays to reach the ground in sufficient strength. Furthermore, most people today spend a great deal of time indoors. Even outdoors, sunscreen, which protects against skin cancer, also blocks UVB rays and therefore vitamin D synthesis. This creates a paradox. the very steps we take to guard against harmful sun exposure can unintentionally contribute to vitamin D deficiency. As a result, dietary sources of vitamin D become even more important. However, few foods naturally contain significant amounts of vitamin D. Fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines, are among the best sources. Egg yolks, liver, and certain types of mushrooms also provide small amounts. To help fill the gap, many countries fortify foods like milk, orange juice, cereals, and plant-based milk alternatives with vitamin D. Despite fortification, it can still be challenging to meet daily needs through diet alone, especially for people with dietary restrictions. Given these barriers, vitamin D supplements are sometimes recommended by health professionals. The optimal amount varies by age, life stage, and individual health conditions. For most people, a daily supplement ranging from 400 to 2000 international units IU may be suggested, but higher doses can be prescribed if a deficiency is diagnosed. However, more is not always better. Excessive vitamin D intake can lead to toxicity, causing nausea, kidney problems, and excessive levels of calcium in the blood. Therefore, it's best to check with a healthcare provider about your specific needs before starting supplements. Detecting a vitamin D deficiency is not always easy because symptoms can be subtle or non-specific. Fatigue, muscle weakness, bone pain, mood changes, and frequent infections may hint at low vitamin D levels, but these signs are not exclusive to the deficiency. A blood test measuring 25-hydroxy vitamin D is the standard method for assessing vitamin D status. Health authorities provide guidelines for what's considered adequate, but recommendations can vary across countries or medical organizations. Some groups are at higher risk for deficiency and should be especially mindful. Older adults not only make less vitamin D through their skin, but are also more likely to have limited sun exposure and a reduced ability to absorb vitamin D from food. Breastfed infants, unless they receive supplements, are also at risk because breast milk is typically low in vitamin D. People with darker skin produce less vitamin D from the same sun exposure as those with lighter skin. Patients with health conditions that reduce fat absorption, such as celiac disease, Crohn's disease, or certain types of liver and kidney disease, may also be vulnerable. Awareness and education are key in addressing vitamin D deficiency as a public health issue. Simple steps such as spending short periods outdoors in the sun, incorporating vitamin D-rich foods into the diet, and considering supplements when needed can collectively help maintain healthy levels. For parents, ensuring their children receive ample vitamin D is especially important for healthy growth and lifelong skeletal health. The conversation around vitamin D also highlights the complexity of nutrition and the interconnectedness of our lifestyle choices, diets, environment, and overall health. Recommendations may evolve as new research emerges, but the foundational message remains. Vitamin D is vital, and many people need to do more to ensure they have enough. As invisible as the deficiency can be, its effects are tangible and far-reaching. In our fast-paced and often indoor-oriented lives, the importance of vitamin D calls for a reassessment of how we care for our bodies. Taking the time to get outside when possible, choosing a diet that incorporates sources of vitamin D, and having honest discussions with healthcare providers about our health status can all make a difference. By paying attention to something as simple and natural as sunlight, we take a powerful step toward better health, stronger bones, a resilient immune system, and potentially greater protection against chronic disease. In closing, vitamin D is an unsung hero in the story of health, working quietly behind the scenes to support some of the body's most critical functions. By understanding its significance, recognizing the challenges involved in getting enough, and taking proactive steps to maintain optimal levels, we empower ourselves to live healthier, stronger lives. Whether through a moment in the sun, a nourishing meal, or a thoughtful supplement, attending to our vitamin D needs is a small but vital act of self care that yields wide ranging benefits for years to come. Thank you for watching. See you next time.